So hi, I'm Natalie, and today we're talking about perfectionism. Does being a perfectionist stop you from doing your work? Not all the time, but it can. And being a perfectionist is a great quality to have because it helps you manifest things in a certain way, and you get to shape things and transform things in a way that is really effective for you. And that is what being a perfectionist is all about. And that's a great quality to have. The problem comes in when you have to do everything that way, even when you're starting with things and you've never done them before. If you've never engaged people on Facebook, if you've never written a blog, if you've never put a product out there or a package, perfectionism will actually stop you or really slow you down in the process, because then you won't even be able to get it out the door. And if you can't get it out the door, you can't get in front of your clients, and you cannot, certainly not, actually make a sale. And at the end of the day, you're not helping anyone. So you need to stop being a perfectionist when it's not required. And you need to know the balance between the two. So what are my 3 tips for you today? And this is what we're talking about, right? What are you going to do? What are the options that you have? The first option is to take the fear, the doubts, and the perfectionism and to send them to the couch to watch TV. And just as you're doing what you're doing, you know what? Have a reality check on what you're doing and say, hey, do I really need to be a perfectionist here? And 99.9% of the time, you're not going to have to be a perfectionist. You got to remember that as you're doing things, it takes a lot less energy to do it without that part of you that says, is it perfect? Is it perfect? Is it perfect? And just putting it out there. One of the things I learned when I was writing is if you really want to just go with the flow, just write without editing. And it's kind of what this boils down to. Put your fears, your doubts, and your perfectionism on the couch and do what you're doing without editing everything, because then things will actually go faster. Number 2, go commando and just put it out there. And I do mean go commando. Remove your underwear if you have to get this image, but just be free to be yourself. I had a student in my class a couple weeks ago, and he was really nervous every time that we would do an exercise, and I got them to do lots of exercise. It was awesome. So I took the exercise books away, and I would say just go commando and just follow your instincts. And he started doing that, and he started to just be like, wow, I can really do this. And he was really good, by the way. I was really amazed by it, and we had lots of fun saying go commando, because his energy would change every time. We would take his books away. As soon as I knew he had enough information, I would take it away and he would go commando and things would just happen for him. And it's the same thing with perfectionism. We're trying to do something perfect before we actually do it. So allow yourself to go commando and just do it. And if you make a mistake, you know what? You're learning and it's part of life. My coach always says mistakes are the best because they actually help you be human and show up in front of your crowd. So go for it. Just be perfect, right? Go be imperfect. All right, the other piece that I wanted to say is number 3, give yourself a chance if you really need to, and if you have that need to be perfect, right? Give yourself a timer where, you know what, I want to make this perfect for 5 minutes, right? Whether if you're writing a blog post, like a post for Facebook or tweet, whatever it is, and it doesn't allow yourself a certain amount of time. So, and predetermine of how long it's going to be, and then actually go out and do that, you know, for 5 minutes and then stop, because that is what is going to get you out the door and to actually doing it. And so that's how you get past this feeling of perfectionism. And just remember, as you send it to the couch and you just start following your instincts and you just go commando and you're doing it, and you take a timer if you have to be perfect. There's no right way or wrong way to do this, and there's no right way or wrong way to be perfect. What you do have to know is that whatever you put out into the world, people will start to see, and maybe that's what scares you. But at the same time, that feedback that you're going to get is going to change the way that your product or your post or how you see it, it's going to evolve, and it's going to allow you to take steps and really move forward in your clarity in your business. And the only way to really do that is to take action, to put it out there. And how do I know this? I used to be a project manager, and I've delivered system after system, and I would really struggle with everything being perfect at the beginning. Actually, I struggled for years with that. I wanted to make sure that everything was aligned and there would be no errors, and I would have to have a smooth go live and everything would be cool. And so, you know, I would deliver, and most of the time I would get a phone call like, something's not working, and my stomach would just shrink. I'm like, oh my God, I made a mistake. I wasn't perfect, and blah, blah, blah. It's not the mistake, it's how you react to that mistake and how you move forward from there. All right? And it's the same for you. If you made a mistake, celebrate it and move on. Deal with it. Learn, grow. That is how you bring your business up to the next level. So, was this helpful for you? And I want to know, are you a perfectionist at heart? Let me know in the comment box below. And if you have any great tips for us, share it. I'd love to know. See you soon. Take care.